Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
Peter, I can't recall a better leader of the line than Marco van Basten.
Yeah, a great scorer of goals and, of course, a scorer of great goals.
Yeah, and because of that, the words audacious and spectacular come to mind, and I think they best sum up what he could muster on a consistent basis.
And this is Van Basten. He's having a shot! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we had. Oh, he's been caught napping!
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he get it through? Oblak breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. And this is batted, takes a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Nepal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And it's Van Basten.
Nepal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Lewandowski. Mbappe. Danger averted for now. That'll be a throw-in. Vardiol. Eder Militao. Played back to the goalkeeper. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me...
Oh, what a mistake! And this is Lewandowski. Kukcu is always looking to break lines. Rijkaard. Floated through. He is Batistuta! And the ball's come loose here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Rijkaard! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Vardiol makes the interception. Vardiol with the clearance. Nicely shaped ball. Maldini.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Nakata takes the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
That pass has been well intercepted. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
That gets things going for the second half.
Nepal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rafinha. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that's well spotted. Swung over. It's a threatening ball. Oh, there's the clearance. Pass somewhat off target. Oblak. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Tries to pass it through. He's shifting through the gears here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
It's Bale! Oh, extraordinary.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Now it's Nakata. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Corner it is. It's their second corner of the game. And he thumps it clear. And it's Maldini. And here's Kokchu. And the keeper's got it again. Bayer chooses to deal with it himself. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Van Basten. Vinicius Junior. Oh, super ball. Caught offside that time. Oh, he's burst through. Can he finish? And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Gabriel cuts it out. And now they can clear their lines. Cafu clears. That's really well cleared. Bellingham. Now he's got space here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Batistuta. He's in a good position. Van Basten! It's a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter.
And time is up. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Nepal certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but
Mamouche!
we'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Nice looking ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Nakata going face... It's Bale! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Big header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think we're actually in for a treat here, Peter, because we get to see Hristo Stoichkov. Never one to stay in the same position. He has a lovely instinct for his trade, and his trade is goals. Many of them.
Indeed. Bulgaria's best ever, surely.
Always kind of makes me feel he's going to score.
Bale! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Bale has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Mamouche is the type of player who always likes having a... And Stoichkov! What about that from Hristo Stoichkov? That is a gem! An absolute gem! He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Santos have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Cafu makes the interception. Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Threads one in. Oh, super ball!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that...
Stoichkov! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Santos are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Nakata. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And smartly reclaimed. That's a cute ball. And this is Stoichkov. Judge, surely! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that has been clubbed away. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Kante goes steaming forward. And there is the half-time whistle. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And that is a little undercooked.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Stoichkov. He might be in here. And Stoichkov! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Santos have reclaimed it.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's in space and looking for options. And it's Soboslai. Now it's Batistuta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nakata! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Nakata is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Climbs up big! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
That is good alertness. Ambitious ball here. Dink through. Bayer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Beckham. And he's worked it through. He can get that clear. And they're back on the ball again. Neymar. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Stoichkov. Adams gets it clear. Just too much on that. Szoboszlai. Looking for the run. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Has a shot! Oh, nearly. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Olise. Can he get it through? Time added on will be 2 minutes. Now it's Olise. He's shifting through the gears here. And there goes the final whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. Kukchu reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Yeah, something that I mentioned.
Shot a goal! Kukchu gets it away. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played into space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Hakimi. Barella. Now it's Mbappe. That's an imaginative pass. Cafu. Rijkaard. And it's Maldini. Now it's Batistuta. Kukchu. And this is Bale! Van Dijk gets rid without sophistication. Hakimi. No goals as yet. Looking for options for movement. He's onside!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's chosen to go back. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Barella. Oh, that is a... Tries a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty...
It's Bale! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Kukchu. That's a cute ball. Oh, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. Batistuta! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific header! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Bayer with the clearance. Messi. And he's in on goal. Conte. Kukcu is the team's great visionary. Plays a sharp little ball here.
That's good play from him.
And he's searching through. It's Bale! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Forlan. To Messi. And the half-time whistle goes. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Nice-looking ball. Forlan. Conte. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, there's a probing ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Forlan providing an outlet on that flank. Marquinhos deals with that comfortably. That's going to go a long way. And it's Bale. Now it's Kukcu. Looking for a runner. No, he's just misjudged that one. Alexander-Arnold.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, oh, he's been caught on it here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's got away. Nakata. It's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Cafu. Kukcu. That's a shade optimistic. Messi. And it's Hakimi. It's a searching pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Arsenal are down to 10 men.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Rice, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
timber. And it's Forlan. Now it's Mbappe. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no...
Big chance! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Arsenal making consecutive changes here. Arsenal take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he's picked out the run. Well, that has not gone well. Aimed beyond the defence. He's away! And he's quick to get it clear again. Could move up a gear here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, they shouldn't be.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And he's heaved it away, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That's a little off target. And Del Piero!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Kukchu. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now, there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come. Although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
Beckenbauer. Still goalless. Knocks it into space. Well read, and the danger is averted. Del Piero. Paris Saint-Germain applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he spark a counter here? Looking for a runner.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi takes control of it and he's on the move. Del Piero. Del Piero! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Oh, he's been caught napping. And this is Nakata. Nakata was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Marquinhos, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's Bale! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Del Piero. Now who's going to be first to this? And the finish! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Del Piero! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Foden. He's had a shot! Has a shot! Oh, off the bar! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And he's there to retrieve it. Foden. No, he's had it taken off him. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Yamal. And Mane! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
It is a corner. Cannavaro is there and he can get that clear. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. He's found a way through.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And there is the half-time whistle. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Big header! Oh, crossbar! Foden clears. Cannavaro producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Nicely weighted ball. Beckenbauer. Foden. Now it's Yamal. And that's gone loose. Rijkaard, very much a man of this moment. Batistuta looking to get on the end of this. Foden, it's a searching pass. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. It's loose here and they'll want to reclaim it. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And they're not going to make any further progress. Mane! Tremendous from Mane! He's got himself an absolute peach. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Chance! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Now that looks a decent ball. Bayer gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Can he get it through? Yamal gets into some space.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nakata. And here's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Conte.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, super find. And Batistuta! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Tries to pass it through, and this is Batistuta. He's going for goal! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Well-timed, excellent interception. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a sharp pass. Now he's got space here. And claimed it back swiftly. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Now there's a fine ball. And he's there to belt it away. And smartly reclaimed. That's a good ball out wide. It's run loose here. And here's Foden. And there's the shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Mbappe getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Now then, the ball's come loose. And that's been won straight back. And he's managed to get rid. Maldini cuts out the pass. Foden. He's gone for goal! Just off target.
Foden has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Aimed beyond the defence. Foden tries to play it through. Looking to play him in. That's been cut out. Well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Foden! Brilliant from Foden! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they are cruising away. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile.